Okay, Swarm of the Century. This is episode 10, and technically it's about Pinkie Pie, but if anything, she's in it the least, so make of that what you will. But, alright, so this one starts out, the princess is coming for a visit, and that's really just to kind of raise the stakes, because, well, we'll see why, but, Twilight obviously is really worried, because even though it's supposed to be a casual visit, she's, the princess's top student. It's really important that she looked good in front of the princess, so okay, she's trying to micromanage everything, but anyway, though, cut to the conflict. Over at Fluttershy's place, she finds a little bug shaped like a tennis ball, I guess, with wings and these big bug eyes, also kind of like tennis ball eyes, but alright, so she thinks it's really cute, but they let us know right away that, yeah, something's gonna go wrong with this. It flies up to her basket of apples and just, like, blitzes them, eats them all down, and she still thinks it's cute. She's like, "Oh, you were hungry," but no, like, as she takes it to go show her friends, they zoom in on the basket one last time, like, no, this is bad, this is gonna come back. Okay, so, anyway, she runs into Twilight and Pinkie Pie at the bakery, where, Twilight's trying to manage the sweets, while Pinkie Pie helps herself, and, we get this, I'll say, interesting shot with Pinkie Pie, like she's, to eat a whole cake, she shoots her tongue out of her mouth, like it's bigger than her head. She slips it under the cake and just, like, scoops it into her mouth, which, she really is random, that Pinkie Pie, but, okay, anyway, though, so yeah, Fluttershy gets there, she has her little bug thing with her, and, but now there's two more. She doesn't know where they came from, but yeah, they, were just right next to the other one, which was resting in her mane, and she's confused, but anyway, Twilight also thinks they're adorable. She, like, almost embarrasses herself for a second by gushing too much over them, but Pinkie Pie, though, on the other hand, knows exactly what they are. She knows they're called parasprites, and that they're trouble. She knows that you need instruments to get rid of them, but because she's Pinkie Pie with her attention span, she is not able to get the point across. She's just sort of rushes out to go get the instruments that she needs to deal with them, just like in a fragmented explanation that Twilight and Fluttershy just hear, and they think, like, okay, you don't like them, and now you want a trombone, and what is this? And so yeah, they don't get the point, so guess what the conflict is going to be. But anyway, though, so then Twilight takes them over to Rarity and Rainbow Dash. Rarity's forcing Rainbow Dash into an outfit for the princess that kind of looks ridiculous, with the huge powdered wig and stuff. It just, I don't know if it was supposed to be funny, but Twilight compliments Rarity on it, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they were going for there. But, okay, so, but now Twilight has two more parasprites with her. She also doesn't know where they came from, so guess where this is going. Yeah, Rarity and Rainbow Dash both take one, and yeah, they both really like him too, and then cut to the next day. Everybody wakes up, and there's hundreds or so in everybody's house, and everybody is then hit with, like, a high-stress Rorschach test. We just get, like, the sequences of how everybody responds to this. I mean, they all, like, want to snuggle Rainbow Dash, who just wants her space, so she's trying to, you know, shoo them. They all swarm her in specific spots to make, like, funny designs on her face, like give her a parasprite beard, or a hat, stuff like that. Okay, and then, let's see, pretty much, yeah, like I said, everybody, it's the first time, though, I'd consider Rarity a standout, because she's kind of funny in this episode, like, the way she just flips out. It's like, at first she, because it's supposed to be a surprise to everyone that there are hundreds of these things now, but we cut to her, she already knows, and she has them hard at work helping her out, and she just, like, loves them even more now. She's like, oh, you're so useful, but then she sees how they multiply. They, like, spit up wads of hash that then take shape as carbon copies, and she's just, like, disgusted by that, and just the, I don't know, sort of prissy mannerism, the way she freaks out is pretty funny there. So, I don't know, they might be onto something there with Rarity, the way she reacts under pressure. But, alright, anyway, so there are tons of parasprites now, and they eat all the food that everyone was trying to prepare for Princess Celestia's visit, so, okay, now they know they're in trouble and they know they need to get rid of them, so, okay. Applejack shows up because she didn't get one, but yeah, when she shows up at Fluttershy's house where they're all meeting over this, and they decide to use her herding skills, I guess, to get rid of them, so, yeah, I mean, good herding bugs never worked for me, but, alright, they're able to just run circles around them, get them into like a ball, just compress them all into a ball and roll them back into the forest, and yeah, that works just fine. But then they get home and there's hundreds more in Fluttershy's house because she kept just one. They were just too cute, and wow, that was stupid. But okay, so even though the herding didn't seem to take much time, they decide they don't have time to do that again because it'd be boring if, yeah, the same thing every time. So this time they try getting Rainbow Dash to form a tornado, and that doesn't work because of Pinkie Pie, who's been running in and out this whole time, asking people for ponies for instruments. I will get that down. I will. But all right. So, but yeah, she rushes in. She has a pair of cymbals, and the tornado pulls them off her neck, and they fly into the tornado. Rainbow Dash has to start dodging cymbals, so she loses control. They fly into town, and then let me see, Twilight. Once they get into town, she makes one last ditch attempt. She casts a spell to get them to stop eating the food, but Twilight's magic, it can never be the solution unless the plot specifically asks for it, so all that does is get the Parasprites to stop eating the food and eat everything else, so that's even worse. But, alright, so they're destroying the town. Let me see. They bring back Zakora for a brief cameo. Twilight runs in to ask her for help, and she said, oh, Parasprites, you're doomed. That's, just piles on the totally screwed there, so, okay, but, so let's see, then, yeah, Twilight spots the princess flying in. She starts to lose it a little bit. She's like, alright, everybody, all we need to do is build an exact copy of Ponyville right next to this one. And, but, okay, at the last second, Pinkie Pie comes by with a one-man band, and the Parasprites, you know, they start to, I mean, it's the Pied Piper effect. They start to get into the groove, and then they follow Pinkie Pie out of town into the forest, where, yeah, the princess, she sees them walking by. She thinks it's a parade for her, and it turns out, though, that she won't be able to visit and see the destroyed town because another town also has an infestation problem, so, okay, so I guess their curse was also a blessing in that case, but, alright, so she takes off, everybody apologizes to Pinkie Pie. We get the moral on how, yeah, listen to your friends, even if they don't always seem to make sense. You never know where the right solution could come from, and, well, they're free to mourn their destroyed town in peace. So, okay. I think this one was really entertaining. Just, like I said, we get to just sort of see how everyone responds to this high-stress scenario. Just cut across the board. I mean, like I said, Fluttershy's thing was pretty stupid, but, okay, I guess she just loves animals that much. But the one thing, though, is it's kind of hard to get behind the moral here because, yeah, I mean, they technically didn't need Pinkie Pie's solution. Like, they solved the problem at least twice before that, and, yeah, I mean, the one time, the only reason it didn't work was because of Pinkie Pie. It was just like, yeah, her solution was just the only one that somebody didn't throw a monkey wrench into, so that's why it worked. And I mean, if she'd stopped and explained herself, this could have been solved a lot easier. But I mean, and I guess, I can appreciate if they're not trying to do the sort of generic approach, the clean-cut way, where, I mean, nothing else was even a little bit right except for Pinkie Pie's way, and I mean, and it was all the friend's fault and not hers. But, yeah, I appreciate that's what they're not trying to do, but then, acknowledge that that's what's happening. Don't play it the same way if you're trying to avoid the generic sort of setup, so, I don't know. That's not their best work there, but, I mean, like I said, otherwise it was just really entertaining. So, alright, let's see, 10 episodes down, so far. I mean, I think it was definitely stronger in its first half, but, moving first half of 10, which we're still not even halfway through the season, but yeah, so far pretty solid. Like never worse than okay, and usually better. So okay. Anyway, that's next one is I haven't been announcing the next one though, but it's a winter wrap up. So okay, see you there.